Hi, I'm Dr. Nick Sauber. I'm an emergency medicine physician and the EMS medical director for the City of Toledo Fire and Rescue Department. Thank you for this opportunity to share some best practices to keep you and your family safe. We are living in uncertain times and facing an enemy that cannot be defeated by Kevlar and standard firepower alone. We are all facing this danger head on and cannot fail to continue our mission of protecting the public and each other. The good news is that we do have proven tactics and personal protective equipment that can keep us safe on the front lines from this unseen enemy. This video will show you how to use this equipment properly while transporting potentially ill patients to the hospital, and best practices for preventing contamination of yourself and others while standing guard in a medical facility. The practices of putting on and taking off personal protective equipment are universal and can be applied to most situations. Some of the procedures here are specific to St. Vincent's Hospital and may need to be adjusted for other facilities. When arriving at a facility, it's best to ask how to best enter and exit a room and what to do with your used PPE. The goal is to give you all a general understanding of how to transport a patient to and from a vehicle and how to enter and exit a patient room safely. I speak for all healthcare workers in thanking you for putting your lives on the line every day for us to protect us in the streets. Please allow us to protect you when you come to the hospital. Take care of yourselves, take care of each other, and be safe. We will get through this together.
We're now going to begin with donning of the PPE. You will wear 2 sets of gloves as you see here in the video, the first set being placed. You now begin putting on your gown, making sure both arms fit securely up to the cuffs. You will then secure the gown in the back with the tie. Take the second set of gloves, place them over the first set, making sure that the cuff of the glove goes over the cuff of the gown. Again, it's imperative that the second set of gloves goes over the cuff of the gown. You will now place your mask on over your face, securing it around your ears or straps around the head. Now place eye protection and you're ready to enter the room. In this scenario, we have the law enforcement officers taking a prisoner to the hospital from the jail. Please note that the officers are wearing full PPE as well as a mask on the prisoner. With the prisoner secured in the car, you can now remove your personal protective equipment for the transport to the hospital. Removing the 2 sets of gloves as well as the gown, removing that inside out, roll the gown up inside out so that you can transport it with you to the hospital. The gown should be placed in the back of the vehicle in a secured location, keeping track of whose is whose. You've arrived at the hospital now. Again, you will need to put your PPE back on to bring them into the hospital. Remove your gown from the rear of the vehicle. Remember, it is inside out, just as you placed it in there. So you'll be able to slide your arms in through in reverse fashion as you did removing it. You have a clean set of gloves on. Your mask is in place as well as your eye protection. Remember, you'll need a second set of gloves to place over your first set. Once secured, you remove the prisoner from the vehicle and take them into the ER. Please note that the prisoner still has a mask in place, which should remain in place at all times. Upon entering the ER, you will be met by a nurse or a technician to take the prisoner's temperature. Once the temperature has been taken, you will then proceed back to the room. Take the patient into the exam room, place them on the bed, and secure them per your protocol. We'll now review doffing or removing your PPE. When leaving the room, make sure you pull the curtain and shut the door. Do not wander from this area. You'll now remove your first set of gloves. Dispose of the gloves in the proper container. You'll now remove your gown. Remember to remove it inside out, taking care not to touch your uniform or duty belt. Once the gown is removed, place it in the proper container. Now remove your second set of gloves, again removing them inside out, not touching the outside of the gloves. Place that in the proper container. Now clean your hands thoroughly with hand sanitizer. Now remove a disinfecting wipe and prepare to disinfect your eye protection. You'll now place them off to the side. Dispose of the wipe. Hand sanitizer again, thoroughly cleaning your hands. You'll now remove your mask and place it in a paper bag. Again, using hand sanitizer thoroughly to clean your hands.
We understand that these are concerning times and that there's a lot of fear regarding this virus and how do we protect ourselves, how do we keep ourselves safe, and how do we not take this home to our family and loved ones. With using these protocols and these instructions on personal protective equipment, we're giving everybody the best chance to stay clean and to stay healthy and to protect our coworkers and our loved ones when we go home.